Two-sentence horror stories. Who are you, and what have you done with my husband? I choked as I watched him cook dinner for the first time in years. My surprise quickly turned to suspicion when I saw him freeze, as if he'd been caught. I was never allowed to go into the basement. One night, curiosity got the better of me, and I haven't been able to find the exit since. My neighbor's doorstep is covered with flowers since they disappeared. I wish they could see it for themselves, but my basement has no windows. Anything I draw becomes real. I hid in terror as the thing I created to kill my family turned on me. I slowly shook my head and pointed past a would-be stalker outside my bedroom window one night. All I could do was back away slowly as a ghastly hand reached out from the shadows behind him to say hello. I thought I shouldn't have bought a rope from Temu as I plummeted 15,000 meters to my death. Please don't foreclose on us. I promise the harvest'll be better this year, begged the farmer to the banking agents. Behind him could be heard a chorus of hundreds of human screams coming from the slaughterhouse. All my life, my parents have told me not to open the basement door, but I got curious and disobeyed them. What is that glowing ball in the sky, and why does it hurt my eyes? The principal of my son's school called me at work today to tell me my son pushed another kid while on a school excursion. I initially thought that this hardly warranted a phone call until I remembered that my son's excursion was to the Grand Canyon. I was born blind, but was lucky enough to have a loving mother who took care of my every need. Imagine the betrayal I felt when a stitch slipped and a ray of light hit my eye for the first time. It's been almost a decade since I last saw my mother, and she still reminds me every day that if I misbehave again, she'd take my hearing too. When I came home from war, my mother opened the door to me and said, "It's good to see both of you again." Confused, I reminded her that my brother didn't survive, but then I heard his voice saying, "You can see him too." Daddy made me sit in the chair while he tied a string from my tooth to the doorknob. Before he slammed the door, he said, "Tell me where Mommy went, and we can stop doing this." I frantically ran to Walmart's customer service to pick up my son who got lost in the store. "Nice try, sir. His father already picked him up." I decided to kill off a few characters in the book I'm writing. It would definitely spice up my autobiography a little. Out of sheer boredom, I turned on the radio in my kidnapper's basement, only to hear that he had been arrested the day before. I thought they were still searching for me, but then I heard my own voice saying how much I was glad to finally be found. I kept reminding the little boy that he was going to meet SpongeBob. He eventually stopped crying and even helped me tie the brakes to his feet. I must admit, lucid dreaming really is as amazing as people say, but after 2 years, I'd like to wake up again. I shine my flashlight over the cabinet of porcelain dolls, their pupils contracted. My twin brother and I decided to swap identities for a day to see if anyone would notice. It should have been me that got abducted that day. Ever since I lost my hearing, I constantly turn on lights so that I am never in darkness. The dark doesn't scare me, but whatever keeps turning them off behind me does. Thanks for listening. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoy or have any content recommendations.